Hello folks, I'm not going to try and say anything too profound. This is a fairly light-hearted car news video after all, but it's obviously been a very sad few days for the nation. Whether you're a royalist or not, you can't help but be impressed by the achievements of the Queen over the years. I was in two minds whether to make this video or not, but the show must go on. God save the King. Okay folks, so we're going to start off with The Guardian, and motorists still getting raw deal despite record petrol price fall, says the RAC. Organisation says a litre of unleaded dropped to 169.8 in August, should be about £1.61 due to the wholesale price. Obviously we've got some reasonably good news this week on energy bills and how the government plans to sort of cap that, although I'm sure we'll have to pay for that at some point if they're borrowing billions to do it. But we need some action now on these fuel prices, and I think that the easiest way to do that is some sort of cap on the amount of margin they can earn on a litre of fuel. Proper action on this is long overdue. Over to Auto Express, the new 2022 Ford e-Transit Custom arrives with 236 mile range. Ford has taken Britain's most popular van into electric range with this e-Transit Custom, following the full-sized e-Transit. It's the second of four vans to be released by Ford Pro, the company's newly formed commercial vehicle division, by 2024. The firm's now shed new light on Vauxhall Vivaro e-Rival, primarily in terms of its battery, cabin and motor specs. So it's going to have 74 kilowatts of usable battery. That's going to give you 236 miles of WLTP range. The van's battery can also be used as a 2.3 kilowatt power pack for external devices. So new dash on this is going to have Ford's InSync 4 infotainment system, which will be the first time we've seen that. That combines a 13-inch central touchscreen with a fully digital dashboard, along with an onboard 5G modem to provide internet connectivity on the go. Wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto are expected to feature too. Ford has installed an office lighting system and an innovative tilting steering wheel for people that have to do paperwork or sort of office work inside their vans. So you can tilt the steering wheel, and there's going to be a platform at the bottom of the steering wheel rim, and you can basically mount a laptop or a clipboard to it, and the wheel can swivel so it basically becomes a small table. That's great. It says the cabin's been reconfigured as well to maximise cabin space. For example, the front wheels are located further forward for minimal footwell intrusion, and the gear selector is now mounted on the steering column to free up knee room for those in the middle seat. It really looks like a lot of thought has gone into this. The Transit is always a very important vehicle for Ford, but this one could especially be, and it is a brave new world they're stepping into. So it'd be really interesting to see this when it comes out. Hopefully I'll get the chance to drive one at some point. I would imagine the Transit Custom is going to be a huge piece of business for Ford. The Aura Funky Cat scores 5 stars in Euro NCAP testing. The Chinese EV shone in the last round of Euro NCAP rankings, whilst the Tesla Model Y set a new record. So the Model Y also got 5 stars. It did really well right across the board, which is that new record sort of linked to that. But the Aura Cat also getting 5 stars. Audi to enter Formula 1 in 2026. The move to F1 will see Audi develop an in-house powertrain. I think we saw that last week, didn't we? So I don't know why they're reporting on it again, and I don't know why I'm mentioning it again. Porsche's F1 deal with Red Bull scrapped. Porsche will not enter F1 with Red Bull, but continues to consider an entry. Porsche scrapped plans to enter Formula 1 with Red Bull, but is still eyeing a place on the grid as the sport remains an attractive environment. They've said talks with Red Bull will no longer continue. The premise was always that a partnership would be based on equal footing, which would include not only an engine partnership, but also the team. This could not be achieved. So I would imagine the Red Bull team would become Porsche Red Bull or Red Bull Porsche, and they haven't come to an agreement on that. This would have also brought Porsche in as an engine manufacturer from 2016 when new power unit regulations come into effect in F1. The new rules would include the removal of the 𝑚𝑔𝑢𝐻, which generates electricity from waste heat, and an increase to electrical power output from 120 kilowatts currently to around 350 kilowatts or 469 brake horsepower in old money. They also mandate the use of fully sustainable e-fuels derived from waste, non-food sources, or the atmosphere. That's really interesting, that last bit, especially for those that are desperate for electricity to fail as a source of fuel for cars. Sustainable fuel sources derived from waste, non-food sources, or the atmosphere. I'm not sure why they have to be non-food sources. Perhaps there are more sort of carbon emissions reprocessing food into something than something else, but it seems odd. But it'd be interesting to see what those fuels are, and obviously if they can be used in an F1 car, which is an internal combustion engine car, despite now being sort of hybrid cars, maybe that's something we could see in road cars for the masses in the not too distant future. Mercedes-Benz and Rivian partnered to build electric vans in Europe. So Rivian have got the contract to build all these delivery vans for Amazon. That's all going ahead right now over in the US, and that's all fantastic, but they've now partnered with Mercedes-Benz to start producing them in Europe. The two companies will produce the vans at a new facility leveraging an existing Mercedes-Benz site in Central Eastern Europe, the statement said. The surprise link-up between the two deals a blow to the hopes of the Gravity Business Park in Somerset, which had been hoping to persuade American EV maker to build a production facility there. The Netherlands Nedcar manufacturing facility, currently home of the Mini Countryman, was also talking to Rivian. The joint partnership will enable Rivian and Mercedes to leverage operations synergies and substantially increase cost efficiency, the statement said. Rivian vans are initially being produced for Amazon, as I said, which has a standing order with the company totaling 100,000 units. No timing was given for the start of European production, but Mercedes said in the statement it will be offering vehicles on its 𝙇𝙄𝙁𝙁𝙄𝙁 architecture from 2025. The Mercedes electric van range currently comprises the e-Sprinter, 𝘼𝙁𝙁𝙁𝙄 plus an EQV MPV. Right, here's a bit of good news, folks. I'm absolutely delighted about this. Transport Secretary Grant Shapps has been sacked by the new Prime Minister. Shapps was appointed in 2019 but loses job to Anne-Marie Trevelyan in a reshuffle by Liz Truss. I don't know a great deal about Liz Truss, in fairness. I know she's the new Prime Minister, good luck to her and all that, but she's immediately won me over a little bit by sacking this absolute waste of organs. Mr. Shapps, by the way, was a big supporter of the smart motorways. This man's ability to urinate public money into the air is really quite astounding. And also, have a look at some of his various identities that have been used over the years. He says it was a privilege to serve as Transport Secretary, a job that he loved. Now he looks forward to being a strong independent voice on the backbenches. Right then, over to Top Gear. Jeep has revealed 3 all-new electric cars. The Avenger, Recon and new Wagoneer will be joined by a 4th EV soon after. First one's going to be the Avenger, which is this one. It's actually quite small. It looks like a decent sized car here, but it's quite a small car. Designed in Italy, it's going to be built in Poland, and it's going to be under the Renegade in terms of the Jeep lineup, so that's going to be their cheapest car. It'll be launched at the Paris Motor Show on the 17th of October and available to order from that date. Hopefully I'm going to go to that if they ever get back to me about some tickets. So they said it was designed in Italy because it was designed to be a city car, really. Global design chief said it was designed in Italy for a reason. These cars exist in cities, they go up curbs, they need body armour, but it also has Renegade elements like the tail lamps and grille. It should have around a 250 mile range. Then we've got the Recon, check this one out. Then we've got the Jeep Recon, which looks very, very cool. This is what you want from a Jeep. Look at this thing. Very cool. Obviously their answer to the Bronco, isn't it? You can take the doors off. Oh, this is going to be an aftermarket dream as well. There'll be so much you can do to one of these things. Again, it's going to be all electric, not too much information on that at the moment. And then finally, there's going to be the Wagoneer S, which is obviously their answer to sort of the luxury SUV. So I guess this will replace something like the old Grand Cherokee, and it's obviously their answer to the Range Rover. So more news on all of these when we get it, but it looks very nice. Exciting times for Jeep. I'm going to leave it there this week, folks. Thanks ever so much for watching, and thanks to all of you that buy me coffees. I really, really appreciate it. A couple of interesting things coming up on the channel in the next couple of months. As I just sort of touched on there, I am hoping to go to the Paris Motor Show next month. That depends if I can get some funds together to do it, and if they invite me or not, because I don't seem to be getting any kind of response from them at the moment. Secondly, in November I will be taking a Tesla Model Y, and I'm going to do London to Edinburgh in a day. I might even do London to Glasgow. I haven't quite decided yet. I have got a sponsor on board for that, which is great. I do need to raise another few quid for that trip. I'll probably be taking a mate up with me. I'm not too sure yet, but really looking forward to that one. Going to do a nice long trip in an EV, and we'll see how it works in practical sense. It is going to be warts and all. I'm under no pressure to tell you what a wonderful thing this is. Tesla are literally just lending me a car to do with what I want, and I really want to give you a very, very honest look at what it's like to do long road trips in an electric car. I'll be doing London to Scotland and back within a couple of days, actually Guildford to Scotland and back within a couple of days, and I'm really looking forward to it. What else have we got this week? I've got the Hyundai i20 in for review, so there'll be a video released for that very shortly, probably early part of this week. And then I've got the Hyundai i30N coming for a week. Now, the N performance cars from Hyundai are very, very tasty indeed, and I'm really looking forward to spending some time with that and sharing my thoughts with you shortly thereafter. I will also have the in-stock car leasing deals of the month coming up this week for all of you that might actually be interested. Thanks ever so much for watching. Please give the video a thumbs up. Still, my subscription levels are kind of just stalling a bit, really slow, and so many people watch this video every week and are not subscribed, and loads of people watch like my car leasing videos and are not subscribed. Please subscribe. And if you don't want to subscribe for some reason, follow me on some other kind of social media, whether that's Instagram or Facebook or Twitter. The links are in the video description. Please help me to grow the channel in any way you can. Thanks again. See you next week.